What's good, what's good, what's good? So, how to build good payment history. One of the good questions when it comes to payment history, that is the foundation of a 700 or 700 plus credit score. So, if you're missing payments, you're tight, and if you're just starting to build credit or you're looking to remove these late payments off your credit report, I'm going to show you everything you need to know when it comes to payment history. So, you already know what it is. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the #1 credit educational channel. Hey, my name is Dave, where I show you how to remove negative items off your credit report, how to build relationships with banks, and how to get to that money. So in today's video, I'm gonna go over three things, right? Three things when it comes to payment history. First things first, I'm gonna show you how payment history factors in your credit score. Also, the second most important thing, I'm gonna show you 2 ways to remove late payments off your credit report. And number 3, I'm gonna show you 3 ways to how to increase your payment history part of your credit score. And if you stay to the end, I'm gonna give you my secret formula to remove anything off your credit report. So let's get into it. So when it comes to payment history, you gotta think about it. What are the banks looking for? What are the banks actually looking for? They're looking at the FICO 8 when it comes to, all right, most banks look at FICO 8 when it comes to your credit score. So what you need to know is how to build that credit report out to get to your ultimate credit score. So if you're trying to get money, if you're trying to get a car, if you're trying to get a house, you got to think about the end goal. So when it comes to payment history, I'm gonna show you on the whiteboard. We're gonna hop on the whiteboard. I'm gonna break down the payment history part of your credit score, and so you can see what I'm actually talking about. So let's get into it. What's good, what's good, what's good? So payment history, right? When it comes to payment history, what are the banks looking at? So you know I gotta get on the whiteboard and show y'all and basically break it down when it comes to your credit score on payment history. So payment history is a huge chunk of your credit score, like 35% huge, right? So payment history is 35% of your score. So when it comes to your score, it's basically broken down to 5 factors, right? Payment history is 35% of that factor. So think about it like this. Payment history is, like I said, 35%. Most banks pull the 8, right? FICO 8 credit score. So if you know what the banks are pulling, and 850 is the highest credit score you can have, and the lowest credit score you can have is a 300, right? Now you have 550 points to play with when it comes to credit, your credit score. And 35% of that is 35%. You have 192.5 points, right, to play with when it comes to payment history. So payment history is the foundation. It's the foundation of your credit score. So 100 plus 192.5 is like 492.5. You still having bad credit. So like I said, payment history is just the foundation of anything. So when it comes to payment history, you want to make sure you never ever miss a payment. You want to make sure you stay consistent, make sure you're paying your bills on time. And if you're having a hard time, make sure you call the banks or whoever you're basically making this payment to, and make sure you set it up to where you never ever miss a payment. So the key to payment history is make sure you set up auto pay, make sure you stay consistent, and if you got to, make sure to basically set up the auto pay like 5 days prior to the actual date that is due. So if anything happens, you have a cushion so you won't ever miss a payment. And that's the key to building good payment history. So make sure, and if you're having a hard time, make sure you set up payment history or the actual date to where you're getting paid to where it comes out. What I mean by that is, if you get paid every Friday, try to set up on one of those Fridays that you're getting paid, or the 1st or the 15th or whatever date. Call the banks or whoever you're making this payment to and try to set up that date, the due date, on a day that you're getting paid, so you won't ever miss a payment and it comes out like clockwork and you're not missing it. So this is how you stay consistent, and this is how you build payment history and you understand payment history. Late payments, right? You have late payments on your credit report and you're trying to remove it off your credit report and you're just trying to figure it out. So when it comes to late payments, you want to make sure you've been consistent on paying everything on time after you had that one late payment. I'm gonna show you 2 ways to get it removed, but when it comes to late payments, you got to make sure you've been consistent over time. And what you want to do is call the actual people that you missed a payment with, right? So if you had one missed payment, just give them a call and say, yo, can you please remove this late payment? I've been consistent in the past 6 to 12 months or whatever, how many months, right? And can you just please remove this off my credit report? I know I missed the payment, but can you guys just do this goodwill for me and just remove this off my credit report? And this is one of the ways you can get this removed off your credit report, is just by giving a phone call to the actual people that you missed the payment to. Just do it, right? Don't be scared. It's going to, sound whatever, but just do it. Give them a call. They might say no, right? But give another call the next day and the next day, the next day until it gets removed. You got to be consistent. You got to be willing to go all in when it comes to your credit. You want to have a good credit score, so you got to be willing to go all in. It's your house you want to have. This is your car, or these are your funds you want, or credit cards you're trying to get. So stay consistent and get this off your credit report. It's going to happen. My students made it happen. I made it happen. You just got to be willing to go all in when it comes to removing. Another way is, if you don't want to give them a call, another way is writing a letter, right? Goodwill letter. You can Google it. There's plenty of letters out there, but you got to make it towards you. Basically what I mean towards you. You got to basically make it out on how you want to make it out on. So if you're having a hardship, right? If you're having a hardship, you got to write it out to where, like, yo, I had a bad time. This is the reason why I missed the payment. Can you please forgive me and remove this late payment? Put the date of you missed that payment, and can you rectify it? And you just, send it out to the actual people that you missed the payment to. Send it out certified, and make sure they get this letter. So this is 2 ways to basically remove late payments off your credit report. This is how you basically you got to stay consistent, and you got to make sure you're willing to go all in to getting these late payments off your credit report. What's good? So 3 ways I'm about to show you how to basically increase your credit score when it comes to payment history, right? First things first, when it comes to payment history, rent reporters, I can't say this enough. You can add this on your credit report and you'll see a tremendous increase, right? And if you've been basically living at this apartment for a while, you can report all of that history on your credit report. The same thing with Rental Karma, another way to basically increase your credit score. And you can add both of them on and you'll see a tremendous increase on your credit score. Rent reporters, Rental Karma, this is how you basically increase your credit score. Another key way is being an authorized user, right? Or be added on to somebody else's card. So you can talk to one of your closest family members or your closest friend or a cousin or somebody, right? Go to them and basically, yo, can I be added onto your card? You'll make a payment or something, or give them some type of incentive so you can be added on, right? Tell them you don't need a credit card. You're just trying to get that payment history because you're trying to get a house, car, or whatever, personal or business funding, right? So get added on. Make sure that they don't have no missed payments and that their utilization is below 10%. And if it's a little bit higher, 10 to 15, it's okay, right? But just make sure it's below 10%. And this is 3 ways you can basically see a tremendous increase in your credit score, just by doing Rent Reporters, Rental Karma, or being added as an authorized user. Those are key. And you could be on multiple credit cards, right? You can go to cousin 1, cousin 2, friend number 3, other family member number 4, and be added on 4 cards, and you'll see a tremendous increase on your credit score. So this is the key ways to basically building. I showed you how to build. I showed you the factors of your, basically I broke down your actual credit score, payment history factor, right? I'll show you 2 ways to remove a late payment, and I also showed you how to build your basically how to add payment history on your credit report to start seeing an increase in your credit score. Now I'm about to give you the game on how to I'm about to give you my secret formula to remove anything off your credit report. All you got to do is go to the link in the description, and it breaks down. I give you step by step on how to remove anything off your credit report that's holding you back to getting to you where you ultimately want to be. I really appreciate you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and drop some questions in the comments about anything that you want me to go over, or any topics, and I'll answer your questions. I really appreciate y'all. See y'all, no days off to this money. Like I said, you're one deletion away to get into your ultimate credit score. Peace.